All right, we are live. So hopefully you guys can hear me. Hopefully you guys can see me. Holy shit. Because Brock Lesnar just returned, and I want to do a live, immediate reaction to this. WWE SummerSlam just went off the air. WWE made history. It's the biggest SummerSlam of all time. I get it. You know it is what it is. WWE continues to do what WWE does, but holy shit. We got to talk about this. Obviously, WWE just shocked the entire world for a variety of reasons. I have a lot of opinions on this, so we are definitely talking about it. John Cena's a babyface. I mean, I guess in the grand spectrum of things, it doesn't really matter, right? Because Brock Lesnar just returned. Dude, I don't, like, holy shit. This is probably the biggest shock of WWE, like, ever, to be honest. So we're going to talk about it. If you guys want to support the show, feel free to drop a super chat. We'll do shout outs and stuff. We'll read your guys' comments. We have the super chat goal active. I haven't done a live review or a post show or anything like that, so this is like a little too crazy right now. I'm not even gonna lie. But it's true. Brock Lesnar literally just returned, bro. And you guys know, you guys aren't dumb, bro. Brock Lesnar, allegedly, part of the Vince McMahon, Janelle Grant lawsuit. They are, it's a risky situation, but maybe this is considered controversial. But in America, you are innocent until proven guilty. There hasn't been anything regarding Brock Lesnar being guilty of anything. Of course, there's allegations. Those allegations are pretty damn serious. We all know that. I definitely didn't expect Brock Lesnar to return, which is probably why I'm sitting here just like kind of dumbfounded. Brock Lesnar is one of those guys who obviously is a fan favorite, and you knew, like, the minute his music hit, you knew that was the case. Like, it was very, very obvious. So just kind of keep that in mind. It was very, very clear what was going on. Like, fans were accepting this, and like that is what it is. I want to shout out Anthony Cruz. He dropped a $2 super chat, which I think is the perfect way to kind of start the stream, honestly, because he says they are keeping surprises very close to the hip. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. If you guys are watching WWE programming these days, this didn't get out. This didn't leak. There was no dirt sheet. No dirt sheet. Nobody came through. Like, nobody came through saying, that Brock Lesnar was going to be there. Like, bro, it's crazy. Like, holy shit. I don't know, bro. Like, I'm genuinely dumbfounded right now. I did not expect that. I genuinely did not expect that. Let me fix the stream really quick because I didn't want the rounded edges. I just want to make myself full screen really quick. Like I said, this was impromptu, bro. This was definitely impromptu. This was not something I was anticipating, not something I was planning on doing, because normally we just do the live show at 12 p.m. Yeah. I'm taking a look at the chat. But, dude, they are keeping stuff to the hip. Like, Dave Meltzer ain't getting it. Fightful's not getting it. PW Insider's not getting it. And it goes back to what I said under TKO. Like, WWE is going to leak things that they want leaked. It's very clear. Like, if you watch WWE and the way they do things, because even I get tipped out with stuff, and it's like, sometimes I'll get tipped out on something that, like, other people are already getting. So you could tell when they want to control the media and control what's being said and that kind of thing. But, dude, I don't know what to make of this. Like, I genuinely don't know what to make of this. And it sounds kind of crazy. I'm probably talking in circles because, like I said, I'm literally dumbfounded. So just give me a second. Give me a second. We'll regroup. Holy shit. We have like 500 people watching across all the platforms, so that's really cool. I appreciate that. Dude, I genuinely cannot believe what we are seeing here. Like, I'm just being honest. Did I just go away? Oh, there we go. It's fixed. Okay, cool. So hopefully you guys can still see me. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. But shout out to Anthony Cruz for the $2 super chat. Definitely a lot of stuff to talk about. Tanya, shout out to Tanya. She just became a pro member for the channel. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for your pro membership. OMG Drake Crazy dropped $1.99. Just imagine another Brock Heyman Punk Roman feud. I mean, at this point, literally, I can't even really think or imagine what kind of feuds could potentially happen. Honest to God, I really can't even imagine what kind of feuds could happen when you see Brock Lesnar returning, because that's how out of the realm this felt. It really felt out of the realm. Like, it did not seem like this was possible. And I'm going to talk about the Janelle Grant stuff because I feel like there's a lot of people who are going to be outspoken about this. For sure. There's going to be a lot of people who have something to say about it. And I think I have a pretty valid opinion. And of course, you guys could kind of decide how you feel about that. But most definitely, a crazy way to end the night. Shout out to OMG Drake Crazy for the $1.99. Adam dropping a $5 super chat. He says, I thought Brock Lesnar was banned from WWE, but it looks like he's unbanned, and Cena passed the torch to Rhodes. That was better than WrestleMania. Yeah, I mean, that right there, the main event match itself was incredible. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I think that's very fair to say. Like, the main event itself was very good. Cody Rhodes and John Cena was very good. And the fact that we didn't get The Rock, we didn't get Travis Scott, we didn't get some bullshit there. Like, thank God for that, right? Like, I appreciate that from WWE, the fact that we didn't get that. Because me personally, the way I looked at it was John Cena and Cody, you're kind of teeter-tottering between who's the heel, who's the babyface. It's very clear both of them are the babyface, but you're kind of doing some teases and stuff. And then Cody wins. John Cena's appreciating the crowd. You know, you think the show's over, and Brock Lesnar's back. This guy is back. Unbelievable. Genuinely unbelievable. What a tricky situation, too, because of the Janelle Grant lawsuit. Like, we heard that Brock Lesnar was part of the banned list. We heard that. And with Brock being brought back for John Cena, man, I'm curious. I'm genuinely curious. What is the plan there? You know, for John Cena to be babyface, I think is huge. But I think for Brock to come back, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't get it. I genuinely don't understand. Like, I have a very hard time grasping it, for sure. And I'm looking at the chat, by the way, and I see a lot of you guys are saying the same thing. Very, very shocked. John Cena was very shook when he heard Brock's music. Justin Toner in the chat said they only brought back Brock for Cena. Listen, WWE has to feel comfortable. They have to feel comfortable here. There's no way that you bring back John Cena's one of his biggest rivals, who's in a very massive, potentially in a very massive lawsuit. There's no way you bring him back just for the sake to make John Cena happy. I'm sorry, you don't. So WWE clearly has a very, very, very big confidence with Brock Lesnar. Either they don't care or they do care. I don't know. But there's something there where WWE clearly has the confidence in the sense that they are going to, they don't mind. You know what I mean? And let's talk about it. Let's talk about how we get there. Shout out to Adam for the $5 super chat. If you guys got any more super chats you want to get in, go ahead and get those. Let's talk about it. But let's talk about the match. Cody Rhodes, John Cena, they go back and forth. Very good match. Cody Rhodes wins the WWE Championship, and obviously that's a big deal. And the fact that it didn't happen with The Rock or Travis Scott or ref bumps or whatever, I like that. Like, I genuinely thought that was a good thing. The problem with this match wasn't the match quality itself, and it wasn't even the story being told. It was the fact that WWE kind of had you guessing, okay, is Cody turning heel because he's kind of teasing it? Is John Cena going to pull a swerve and remain heel, or is he truly a babyface? Like, those kind of things were definitely something you had to think about. But then, of course, after the match, that's when you have Brock Lesnar return, very clear John Cena is remaining a babyface, and it's very clear after the match Cody Rhodes is remaining a babyface. And so I think that makes a lot of sense, but it's a phenomenal match. Cody Rhodes and John Cena told a story, and then obviously you get the moment where John Cena like physically passes the torch or whatever, which is obviously a big deal. So ultimately WWE went about this the right way. The Brock Lesnar stuff kind of becomes questionable, but of course that's a wait and see type of ordeal, and that's where we kind of are with that. I am genuinely shocked, bro. I did not expect that. And there's a lot of people in the chat. I'm reading the chat. Trust me, I'm reading a lot of people talking crazy. A lot of people talking crazy. I'm just saying, I don't think WWE would be that foolish to bring back Brock Lesnar if they didn't have confidence in where everything is currently with the Janelle Grant lawsuit. I don't think WWE from a business perspective needs Brock Lesnar. I don't think anything of that. But who knows? And I want to be perfectly clear. I am not defending Brock Lesnar. I'm not defending Vince McMahon. I have been very, 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 very straightforward. Those allegations are serious and they have to be treated as such. 1,000,000%. However, at the same time, I'm not jumping on the cancel culture train. I have not done that with any situation regarding any situations of any kind of situations. That's just not me. That's not what I'm going to do. I've been very open and honest about that for the last several years. I have always said, let it play out in court because that's why there's a judicial system. So I want to be perfectly clear. I am not 1,000,000%. I am not condoning those allegations. I'm not sitting here I'm not defending anything. But what I'm saying is I feel as if WWE is truly confident that this is not a concern to them. And for whatever reason that may be, I don't know. WWE is posting video packages of Triple H with the White House and Donald Trump, and then a lot of people, to me, I don't care about their politics. I don't care who you guys vote for. I don't care who WWE's politics are. I don't care Triple H's politics. I don't care whatever side it is, because me personally, what I care about is the creative that I'm watching. I care about the TV show that I'm watching. That's what I review. That's what I talk about, and that's kind of how I view it. So me personally, I don't jump on the train of saying this person's guilty, that person's guilty. You'll never hear me say that. But that's why there's a judicial system. And then, of course, with the lawsuits and everything like that, when the facts come out and whatever presents itself, that's why I say it's risky for WWE because, of course, WWE very well could be screwing themselves over here a little bit. That's a possibility. But clearly they have the confidence. I didn't expect them to bring back Brock Lesnar because it's pretty well documented that Brock Lesnar is not coming back. Like, it was pretty well documented he was banned from the WWE, banned from TKO. Clearly, that's not a big enough deal. Clearly, they don't care, which is shocking to me. But by the way, you know who else didn't care? The fans in attendance. The fans in attendance did not care. They clearly reacted positively. And this is probably the reason why WWE isn't doing media scrums. Yeah, I said it. The real reason why WWE isn't doing media scrums is probably because of the Brock Lesnar situation, right? News came out that WWE wasn't going to do a post-show with media for night 2. And obviously we saw Brock Lesnar return, and we're not dumb because of the allegations, the Vince McMahon, Janelle Grant lawsuit. This is a way for WWE to prevent questions on it. So very clear, it was very obvious. I don't think it's a coincidence. I think WWE anticipated that the media will probably ask about it, and this way they don't have to deal with it. Now, I don't think that's a good reflection for WWE, but at the same time, too, the media scrums in general have been terrible for pretty much every wrestling company that does them. And I don't even enjoy them anymore because half the time you get bullshit answers and you get bullshit questions. I think wrestling media sucks at wrestling media. And I also think Triple H and Tony Khan are also pretty shitty when it comes to answering wrestling media. So therefore, I mean, it just kind of is what it is, and it makes sense. But that's why the media scrums aren't a thing. It's very obvious. It's very obvious why they didn't do it this time around. They didn't do questions night one, correct. So they didn't do questions night one, but they had it came out that they weren't doing it for night two. So they knew they weren't going to do it for night two. It's not a coincidence, bro. It's not a coincidence. And I don't care because, like I said, the media scrums have become shit anyways. Like I said, wrestling media don't know how to be good wrestling media. They ask dumb questions. They ask very dumb questions, and it's the same between WWE and AEW. It's not just the WWE thing. It's not just an AEW thing. Both companies are terrible when it comes to that. It's a kayfabe sport, and you got people asking kayfabe questions, and then when you do get a tough question, Triple H and Tony Khan don't know how to answer it. And Triple H kind of looked dumb sometimes when it came to serious questions. So ultimately, the way I've kind of looked at it is that the way I've looked at it was they're not even necessary, but it's very obvious. Let's not be dumb, guys. It's very obvious that WWE, WWE didn't do it because they knew Brock Lesnar was returning. You know? And shout out to Rajneel Prasad in the chat. He literally said the post media scrum is the reason CM Punk got kicked out of AEW. Their biggest draw, yeah. Like the scrums aren't good, bro, and they haven't been good for a while. And it's very clear, Triple H probably didn't want to answer about this, and TKO was like, "Okay, listen, we're gonna do post conferences a little bit differently, and that's fine, bro. I have no problem with that. I think it's just not a coincidence is what I'm saying. It's definitely not a coincidence. I don't anticipate it to be considered a coincidence. Like, we can't sit here and act like it is a coincidence because it's not. You know what I mean? It's not. So keep that in mind. Excuse me. Did I miss a super chat? I don't know. Did I miss a super chat? I just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody's super chat. No. Okay, cool. I did. Tolino Channel dropped 100 Indian rupees. He says 13 years ago, Cena called out The Rock. He got Brock. Now the crowd was waiting for The Rock, but they got Brock. Maybe a path for Brock to reach to Gunther. They wanted to do the Gunther and Brock Lesnar match at one point. That's for sure. That's for sure. They wanted to do Gunther. I know WWE wants to do Gunther, and they want to do Gunther against John Cena. And at one point, they want to do Gunther and Brock Lesnar. And because of the allegations, they chose not to move forward with that choice. So that is definitely a big possibility. Definitely a big possibility. So Brock versus Gunther, would be sick. It's personally hard for me to get excited about anything related to Brock Lesnar, but of course, I think it's very clear, I think it's very clear. I think we all know, it would be very fun to watch, very enjoyable to see. There's nobody doubting that. You know what I mean? Tanya, who became a new member, said, "Were you surprised last night with CM Punk?" No, I wasn't surprised. Yeah, I was surprised. I think so. I think once Seth's music hit, I obviously saw what was happening. But when it came to Seth cashing in on Punk, I loved it. Shout out to Tolino Channel, by the way, for the super chat. Give me 1 second. Dude, what a crazy... That was crazy, bro. Luke Newman is saying Karrion Kross is done with WWE. No, sir. That's not confirmed. Not confirmed yet. So Triple H, by the way, tweeted out that the Beast is back, and he's getting flooded with comments from the IWC from the Janelle Grant lawsuit. So again, it's going to be very interesting to see how WWE does that. But the people on Twitter, just so you guys are aware, the people on Twitter who are the most outspoken are also they're the loud minority. So we'll see how the people react, obviously, on TV. Oh, the wrestling world is definitely in shock, dude. It's not even... This is huge, bro. This is huge. I know for a fact I didn't expect it. I know you guys didn't expect it. So, no, like I said, nobody leaked it. WWE is hiding the leaks. It's going to be interesting to see if this is part of WWE Unreal. You know. Yeah, man. Fudge. Crazy. How did this not get out? It's a great question. Bro. Holy shit. Yeah, what a day. What a day. Was Cody winning the right call? Absolutely, bro. Without a doubt. Cody winning is the right call because now they corrected the mistake from The Rock, bro. The Rock screwed WWE so fucking bad. That guy, the way The Rock screwed WWE with WrestleMania and Travis Scott, but it made for a really good SummerSlam Night 2 main event, so I'm not tripping, you know? Dude, this is crazy. By the way, I don't know if I said thank you, but shout out to Tolino Channel for that super chat. I do appreciate it, bro. Dude, what the hell? We'll give it 7 more minutes. We'll give it 7 more minutes, then we'll conclude the stream, and then we'll go back to our regular streaming schedule tomorrow, guys. Because like I said, I wasn't anticipating. I wasn't anticipating to go live, so. But yes, dude, what a day! Holy shit! Let's be honest. Did anybody see this coming? I'm curious what the chat has to say. Did you guys see this coming? Oh, man. D-Rec-Tube dropping a $5 super chat. He says, we will see the fan base keeps that same energy like The Rock taking Cody's spot at WrestleMania 40. Yeah. 100%, bro. 100%. The fan base, the people in attendance, WWE is going to listen to. The Twitter, they don't give a shit about. To be honest. Oh, man. Where are you guys saying that they're teasing this Street Profits? Shout out to D-Rec2 for the super chat, by the way. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, the crowd's got... We'll see if the fan base keeps the same energy for sure. Luke Newman dropping $1.99. He says, does Dom win the Mega Championship? Yes or no? Absolutely. Maybe it doesn't happen at Triple Mania, but they're going to build Dominic and Vikingo. And if they were smart, they would build it on for a WWE pay-per-view. I don't know if Clash in Paris is before that, but if we could get Vikingo versus Dominic Mysterio at Clash in Paris, oh my God, for the AAA Mega Championship, I would be so happy. I would be so happy, bro. Give me a second. Clash in Paris is after. That's why I thought, dude, that would be sick. Wow. El Sarah dropping $1.99. He says, Lyra threw me off by the re-zip tying herself. Bro. Yeah. Yeah, for sure, 100%. For sure, 1,000%. 1,000%. I thought that was a big blunder. I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was a big blunder, but I get it. It happens, bro. Live television. Shout out to El Sarad for the $1.99. Appreciate you, bro. Getting those super chats, guys. We're 2 away from hitting our goal. You don't have to if you don't want to, by any means. But if you want to, we're going to be concluding in 3 minutes. And then I'll be back live tomorrow. Maybe we could get Billy on and talk or something, or I'll get some people in and we'll do like an actual big conversation. But, dude, what a crazy... shout out to El Sarad. Luke Newman dropping another $1.99. Was Tiffany the right call over Jade? Yeah, 100%. Nothing against Jade. Jade's awesome, and she'll have her time. But Tiffany's on fire, bro. Why ruin it? Why ruin it? I think the thing about Tiffany too, man, is she's a future WrestleMania main eventer, and Jade is obviously going to be a star anyways. We all know this. I think that's obvious. You know what I mean? Dude, what the hell? Oh, Luke Newman dropped another super chat. My bad. He says, $1.99. I can't wait for Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. You and me both. I have to see what WWE's got planned right now. With Seth winning the belt, Punk getting cashed in on, Wyatt Six retaining, Bailey and Lyra and Becky. Like, SummerSlam was so good, bro. Like, I really enjoyed the pay-per-view, but now I really just want to see. I want to see what the hell they do with Brock. I want to see what they do with Roman. Like, there's a lot of things I want to see. So that'll be interesting. Shout out to Luke Newman for the super chats. Tanya dropping a super chat for $5. She says, now that Seth has the title, how would Punk get it back considering LA Knight beat Seth a couple of weeks ago? That's the story I'm looking forward to seeing. Everybody wants to see LA Knight in the title picture. This will be a way to do it. I mean, it would make a lot of sense. So I want to see how they go about it, obviously. Who knows? Who knows how they go about it? But I think that's a very valid thing. But that's why I want to watch Raw now. I really want to watch Raw for that reason. Shout out to Tanya for the super chat. Justin Kennington dropping $1.99. I hope Cross resigns and SummerSlam was awesome. Yeah, I hope Karrion Kross resigns as well. Who knows? I genuinely don't know. Tricky situation, bro. I don't know. They kind of no-sold him, bro. They kind of... I'm telling you, chat, I'm not too happy with the way Karrion Kross is being presented right now. Shout out to Justin Kennington. Miles Jubert Roberson dropping $2. Or intern coming. Student versus teacher needs ending. Yes. I think that could happen too. Definitely a possibility. Where is 24 dropping $1.99? When is the WWE draft? Around September. Around September or October. But I believe September in time for the season premieres. So. Dude, what a crazy night. Shout out to Where's 24 for the super chat. Shout out to Miles for the super chat. Shout out to Justin for the super chat. If anybody has any last minute super chats, get those in now before we call it a night. We'll be back tomorrow with more news and all that good stuff. You already know the drill. You already know. What's up, Chester? Crazy, man. No, I don't think Cena got Brock Lesnar back. No. I don't think so. I don't think John Cena has that much pull. WWE literally had Daniel Cormier do an interview and talk about Brock Lesnar being banned. Holy shit, they be working everybody, bro. They literally be working everybody. That's the craziest part about it is they are literally working everybody. They're doing a good job with it. TKO wants to throw everybody off because all these insiders and everybody thinks they know everything. And wild, bro. Yeah, Lesnar's big. He's huge. He came back looking different, that's for sure. All right, fam. 35 minutes. That was a quick reaction. I'll be back tomorrow with more news, more rumors. We'll be back on the live stream grind. Again, I was not anticipating doing a live stream, but I figured we would give you guys a quick reaction. And, yeah, man. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to everybody. We did hit our super chat goal, so I appreciate you guys. Thank you to everybody that came through. And we're at like 10,000 views for the stream, which is huge. So I appreciate that. And we're you know, man, I appreciate it. I'm so excited. We'll be back Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm super excited for August. There's a lot of things happening in August in my personal life, professional life. So I'm really geeked about this, and it was fun to watch SummerSlam today, and I definitely didn't expect that return. So shout out to y'all. I'll see you guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.